Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our new show. This is gonna be we're gonna do this whenever we feel like it because this is pure like comedy rather than scripted news, whatever. This is the first episode of Top Sale, and yes, you might have noticed already. Today, a certain someone isn't here. Isn't that right, Fire?
Yes, well, we actually haven't, stolen their place or stolen their sign even, maybe.
Yeah,
Never
sad.
do such a thing.
Yeah, no. Sadly, today Papyrus was unable to join us, so as replacement for host, we have Mr. Fire on a Big Steel Wheel.
So,
Big applause for him. So, essentially, what we're gonna do in this sub show of the podcast, I guess, we are pretty much gonna be doing some unhinged and just very unscripted, whatever we can think of stuff.
debilitated schizophrenic nonsense?
Pretty much like what you just saw on screen. Okay, we have a few topics ready for today, don't we? So,
Only too many topics, to be fair.
oh yeah, truly so. Uh, we have. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much we're gonna be talking about recent events and some ships. So to open up the episode, uh, we have the Concorde, the new one of the new ships that have came to the Grand Isles. It's let me get my notes. A large sloop of war armed with 14 cannons and two bow cannons, if I'm reading correctly from this. So yeah, we got along with the Concord, we got two more combat ships: the Covenant and what was the name of the other one? The Mongoose. They all have funny names for some reason. So yeah, if you are a level player over level 12 and 16, you should be able to experience all of these ships. Oh, we'll actually say it more correctly. Mongoose is level 10, Covenant is level 16, and Concord is level 12. The Concord is like a pocket alliance, pretty much. The Covenant, there is no info on this thing. I think it was like the latest one. There's like barely any info on this one. And the Mongoose, basically a pocket sigil for your navy and plundering needs. Well, they don't have that much of cargo space anyway, so pretty much just to shoot people up. We may be testing some of these ships in the future for this show because essentially, being in a very meta moment, this is essentially a parody of Top Gear. So we'll be testing out different ships and maybe putting them against each other in very funny challenges that we might think of. Yeah, Papyrus is meant to do this stuff. I didn't came up with half of this. He came up with half the show pretty much. And in something that is, oh yes, fire. Go on.
Today on Top Sail, Link sails a Covenant into Nova Resca and gets a disciplinary from its tattoo. And next night on bottom sail, Fire of Big Steel Wheel spends 2 million on a Concorde and sails it into the rocks of Blackwood Cove, giving Whitecrest Navy free sink points. All while, Fire does another stupid thing and wastes 200k on a mongoose with customization that I have never used. No,
I was gonna say something that I forgot what it was. What the hell was I gonna say? I don't remember. Oh, complete blank. Oh well, to fill in that this shouldn't be on today's show because it's a more serious topic, but uh, we're not slaves anymore. Yippee! We have freed ourselves from the Indolence. Vice Admiral Tatsu and well,
banished himself to Blackman.
yeah, Now, Supreme Admiral, it's Tatsu, has freed us from the chains of the Silly Cat and the Didgeridoo. This happened like, what, last Friday, I believe? I've been absent for the last few days, if you might have noticed that, because I've not been. I've been somewhere. I don't know where I've been. Just somewhere. Oh, and I forgot. Fire, are you still a pirate, or what happened? You still in TCB?
Well, I'm still a pirate indeed. I'm still a pirate indeed. I still commit piracy. I still do terrible immoral acts against my fellow Troylanderians, and nothing's changed.
So you're still official.
Yeah, of course I am still an official pirate.
Oh, good.
I'm a proud bossway in the Celtic Bandits.
A proud Celtic bandit. Oh, that reminds me. Completely off topic, but you remember that scam we had with Doak?
Oh, yeah. We did not claim any responsibility for that man. That man having ever been in our crew, that man having ever interacted with us, or that man having implanted himself in our knowledge like a tumor.
We do not like Doak at all. He spent an hour and a half running from us. That wasn't fun at all.
Yes. Half the things his cannons were disarmed, and it was the Northern Midshipman's eval as well, so he had every single person who used to be yelling at him except for Namus for some fucking reason.
Yeah, so if you want to do your evils, do not bring Doak into them. He will them up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to scale Whitecrest, and literally, I'm trying to implant a rule into the scale where, Dork is not allowed to help, he's not allowed to go, he's not allowed to give advice, a backseat before or after the scale. Just so that won't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, Topsail isn't meant to be more like all like funny like house segments or whatever. It's this is more meant to be on like done on ships and stuff, but we tried to do a race the other week. It didn't go so well because no one showed up, you know? Because someone said they would come and didn't come to the race, did they?
That's horrible. It's a terrible thing you have to go through.
Okay, so diverging a bit as well. What do you think makes a good combat ship, Fire?
Well, a good combat ship, it's going to sound a weird one, but there's the ability to work with other combat ships. Is the ability to work with other ships to make effective combinations and comps is probably the most important thing. But it can't boil down to one single factor. There's so many factors that go into it. So many different ships can counter each other. You just need ships that work together.
And yeah, because some people, prefer using. Certain people prefer using heavy ships with carronades. For some reason.
Okay.
Yeah. Brawler Alliance, if that wasn't cursed enough.
Oh dear, I remember that one battle. Brawler Alliance and the Brawler Sigil peas in a pod.
I think I once went up against both a Brawler Alliance and a Brawler Phoenix with a mortar, I believe. Yeah, that battle was cursed. And I mean, in my opinion, I typically prefer ranging. Despite me being no one, yes, I prefer long, heavy guns and mortars above anything, because I like keeping my distance and bombing from afar. Because why not? If you manage to hit mortar shot like dead square on a ship, ooh, you're gonna kill a lot of people. It's like, no, we already talked about that.
Yeah, mortars are a really strategical asset, but you have to use them correctly because if you use mortars incorrectly, then it's just going to be horrendous.
I mean, yeah, you do need to learn how to mortar correctly because in one moment you are bombing the enemy ship, the other one you're bombing an unfinished path, and the other one you're bombing your own forces. It's quite the challenge.
Indeed.
Speaking of pets, it's White Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah. The Chris did a pretty interesting invasion of Perth like the other weekend of the season. Almost. All White Chris ever used to invade islands with motors because, like, if you get a good motor ship, you know, you get a good island, you know, like, not like something like the best islands to moor are islands where, like, you have a lot of people that have to group up around certain points. All islands that are just, like, either really flat or really small.
Mm.
Like, islands that are kind of bad for motoring are, like, you know, heavily forested islands like Corsica or, like, Westmead where all the trees will get in the way.
Oh no, yeah,
Need a good
Corsica
time,
is like a
good place, and good scenario.
you know Corsica is a terrible island. I've been there a few times. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I think most like regular people don't know about that thing, like because
Yeah.
people just forget the
Yeah.
Eastern Sea is a thing. Like, does anyone really go into the Eastern Sea? I think no one does.
Quite a few people go there for treasure drilling, but yeah, Corsica's quite the meme of a place, if I say so myself.
No,
It's
yeah.
Trailon's Vietnam, pretty much.
Right now, yeah. And aren't the trees in Corsica like 3 miles? I think. I could swear they are.
Yeah.
Well, in a more
I've
ground.
like
Hmm?
I've like fought so many battles and like so many war simulations on Corsica. That place is just hell. It's like the worst place to fight in, but the funnest.
Yeah, no. And why is it divided into two? I always find that odd. Like, why is Corsica like technically two separate islands? It's not that big even. Because you got West Corsica and East
Well,
Corsica.
the reason it's two separate islands is just because, well, it's an absolute hot steaming jungle island. Plus, it's funny to divide an island into two.
Mm.
It's been done before and over in that one battle when we invaded it, as Pashovia. Which was pretty fun.
Speaking of dividing things into separate things, I don't know why it came to mind because since it's a show about ships, do you remember the Atlas?
Yes.
The big massive ship. Yeah.
Yes.
Big fat.
How could I not remember it?
Yeah. Aren't they all original? Aren't they, huh?
Indeed.
If you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. What are we getting on about anyway?
Nothing. Because clearly all the atlases in existence were from somewhere. I wonder what place. Clearly.
Such a fun conversation that we seem to be having right now.
I don't know.
Well, like the boring kind of just nonsense, not the funny kind.
Well, I mean, if you're on a white question, you can pretty much get what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Well, but we're not here to diss out on other shows, are we?
Yeah.
Hate that guy. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
What were you speaking about?
No, nothing really.
Cut this part from the show.
Yeah, we should move on from this. So yeah, going back to the new ships, I think they're all good. They're just like pretty much like pocket-sized ships of the line, pretty much.
Yeah, my only issue with the new ships is just, well, you're gonna have to spend a lot of money on them, and I don't know how often we're gonna use any of them.
Yeah, because
so, yeah, I would definitely recommend getting the Covenant and the Concorde, but just don't get among these until now, like inevitably buffs it. Which you will, trust me.
The Covenant.
The Covenant. As so excellently pronounced by our host, Link20233.
Yes.
For the recording.
What?
I said, as so excellently pronounced by our host, Link20233. For the recording started.
Yes. But I mean, yeah, I mean, they are decent. If you want them, get them. But to be honest, I doubt we see much of them because when I always go to battles or to skims, you always see the same ships. You see a Phoenix, you see an Alliance, a Falchion.
Yeah, but
What's
I have been seeing the Covenant being used quite a fair bit since it is, well, the meta ship.
I know. Speaking of, what's the name of that new thing there at the other, like the small ship that people really love nowadays?
Oh, the Mongoose.
No, not the Mongoose.
Yeah.
The one they did a few months back. What's it called? It's a very small one. Not the Kestrel. I think it's called the Weasel, isn't it? I don't know what the Weasel.
Yeah, the Weasel.
Yeah,
That,
that
like,
thing.
little minty named airship thing.
Yeah, people don't people love that ship, don't they?
Yeah, people do love that ship. I mean, a friend makes one. Friend's made one. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, I do think we are a bit overextended by now. Do we have anything else important to talk about?
Well, we could show off some of the ships since, we're top sale after all, so.
Oh yeah, do you have any of the new
I do
ones?
own a Mongoose.
Oh, we could go and
I own
see
a
it.
Mongoose. Yes, everyone, we shall proceed out the build outside the premises, shall we, to take a gaze upon my Mongoose and a joyride, maybe?
Yes, we'll be right back with the camera.
And as you see, we
On the
see me, Link, Free, and Tim.
on the
We're all on
Mongoose.
board my brand new Mongoose, which I have. Truth be told, this is the first time I've ever used this thing.
Yeah.
Outside of posting a picture of it in chapter flags.
Why do you have two different mortars? You have an iron one and a silver.
Well, you see, this is all I could scrape out all I could scrape
Yeah.
from my warehouse, pretty much.
Oh, what do we have
So
next
that's why
to
I
us?
made
What's
the
that?
Katato, well, it's
That's a
the X Katato called Hammer's Knee Boy, some random player.
You know what? A random fella. What ship is that? That's Oh, I forgot its name.
No, no.
Oh,
I'll go for cargo.
yeah. I'm gonna comment on something.
Fine vessel wheel.
Why does this thing come with no stairs?
Well, you see, the Sentinel costs 650k doubloons. This thing costs 250k doubloons for the construction. So they must have let's just skimped on the construction budget and not decided to include stairs. Plus, maybe Lego just wanted to have us and troll us.
So I'm assuming the only reason why it's cheaper than a sigil it's because it has no stairs.
Yeah. And you look at the cabinets,
Yeah, maybe look inside.
very bare bones that you look at the cabinet.
Oh god, this is even worse than the cabin on the retail.
Yeah, it's very, very bare bones, to be honest.
And
the only thing this cabin's going to be used for is hiding underneath when you're boarding an island.
And I thought the retail had a very ugly cabin.
Yeah.
Because the thing is huge and has nothing on the inside.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the Coven has a nice cabin in this, and they're Concord, but sadly we don't have anyone who owns one upon the show.
Yeah, and how fast does this thing go, by the way?
How fast does this thing go? Well, let's have a look at straight downwind. Straight downwind, I think it's around 9 speed or 8 speed-ish. I'll let you be the judge of that, judging by our speed right now.
Seems, yeah, pretty decent. Also, why is it Elm? Answer me that.
Because I am dirt poor.
You're dirt poor and used Elm.
I can't afford anything else that looks better than this.
You opted to use Elm. How much Elm did you use in this?
1,200 because I'm a cheapskate. If I'm going to gaze my eyes upon the ship twice, apart from the Dockmaster, then I might as well just not waste too much.
And I thought all Irish people had gold, you know.
A British dollar from us. What do you mean?
True.
Yeah, you look at the turn rate right here, the turn rate's also.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
You're not letting you cook again,
Timtim! Don't shoot the camera crew again.
Anyway, yeah, you can see the turn rate when it's actually sails down is pretty good.
Oh, yeah,
Truth be told, I would like this thing in a skirmish.
Oh yeah.
It's the greatest turn rate, but it's especially for a 5-man. But
Yeah, it's a 5-man
That's
ship.
the great feature of all this ship is something that isn't talked about much, but it's very good. Is that you can fit chasers and you can fit mortars on the front. So you want to paint it, you want to invade an island. If you want to use it in a skirmish, you can just switch out mortars for chasers, chasers for mortars.
So you're
And
telling
just
me
need to like
those are medium mortars, right, or are they light?
no light mortars. I bet you're gonna hit this house right now.
So essentially, it's just a phoenix with an extra cannon.
Pretty much. I have no engine, so it's like infinitely worse in all regards.
I mean, yeah, in comparison, the phoenix still beats it. A 10 speed, 4 mana, motor capable.
Phoenix could be even if it was like even if the helmet had the eyes like blindfolded.
I mean, no, yeah, the phoenix is
So
a
yeah.
trade of all ships. Yeah, a trade of all ships. Yes.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, as you can see the mortars have really good range, so this
Oh,
thing is
yeah.
like
I mean, yeah, in
like you want to like bombard land in some circumstances, but like otherwise it's pretty useless since light mortars are generally bad since they're hard to aim.
I mean, yeah, no. In
Don't really
comparison to a phoenix, you do have the advantage of having a much higher
yeah.
deck than on a phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah. But something else I do like is that like obviously the mortars come naturally like angled predisposed at like 10
Oh.
degrees. You can aim the mortars like fairly like far aside.
Oh, Christ.
So wish. Yeah, it reminds me of the sigil chasers in a way where they can pivot to quite a nice angle.
Yeah, oh, what's that I see in the
Not bad.
distance? Is that a? Oh, never mind. It was some dirt. I thought I'd seen something.
Yeah, that's probably all that you will get from the mongoose realistically. And do you have a weasel by chance?
No, I do not. I am very dead poor and I have very few ships.
Oh well, I should end this ship's sorry existence by setting it into an island.
Oh, yes, please.
Yes. Yes, this is the first time I've ever fired those mortars at all, and it's the first time I've ever looked at those cannons apart from when I put them on the ship.
Yeah, maybe this bundle of new ships makes we choose anything else than a flute.
Maybe. If only somebody had a Concord or a Covenant, but we can just I don't know. We can just join the biggest server and find someone with them if we want to record on their ship.
I mean, I think it's fine for today. The recording is pretty long already.
Yeah. That's all we can really record for a day?
Yeah, because I think we're already going over 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh! I'm dead.
It's Timtim who killed you.
I saw you aiming at me with a pistol.
You see, Timtim was aiming at you with a blunderbuss, which will kill you more than a pistol will.
I mean, yeah, but I believe the pistol killed me. Well, doesn't matter. Well, I think we.
Yeah, we've ended recording now, right?
No, not yet. Okay, so that was everything for today. I know it wasn't much, but this is the experimental episode for this show. I promise it will be a lot more ship intensive in the future, more than being here on the studio, because the studio is pretty much boring half the time. So yeah. I am unsure if next week we'll be having an episode. Most likely we'll be covering the recent political events on the Grand Isles, which have been a lot in the past few days and weeks. So that was everything for today. Have a good evening. This was Top Sail.
I also invite you